Hello from the Yarn Closet in Southern Arizona. This is Laura. We are moving my mom and stepdad in a couple of days, and it's been about a week into summer vacation. We only have about 8 weeks off. We're in a 10-month school system, so there's a lot of stuff I'd like to get done, but there's other stuff that I'm doing also. And so the short list involves repainting the bathroom. They didn't have the pre-mixed color that I wanted, so I just picked a different one, and it's going to end up being lighter. But I got to do some caulking there, and I'm waiting to do that until my daughter's in camp. She's going to a 2-week drama camp. What I did do this last week, because we are giving my parents one of our full-size beds, is got a new twin bed to go in our bonus room, which is like the 4th bedroom / playroom. It doesn't technically have a closet, but it has doors to the back porch, so it's where I sleep. So I will show you. That's where we are today. And no, it's not perfect. I don't love it. I've just got some regular pillows here, but I'm going to switch the camera. So you come in from, the store from the family room. Those go out to the back porch. We don't use them. You can't really see that clutter as you enter. And then this is a small closet for my stuff. So we've got this nice open space. The cat litter stuff is hidden a little bit. And then we've got this seating area. You can tell that the cats love it. And that's where I'm sleeping on a twin now, which is fine. Mitzi loves it. It doesn't exactly look like a couch, but it does. I mean, it's better. It doesn't just look like there's a bed in the middle of the room. So, and my clothes aren't just sitting on an open thing. So I know that there's some different bedding I could get to make this seem a little bit more couchy, and I could do some other pillows. But that's all a lot of expense. And honestly, it was just easier to buy 3 extra firm pillows to kind of stack up here. There's Rocky. Rocky's been hanging out in here a lot more lately. We don't have central air, so I have an air conditioner in here so I can keep it cool. My kids' bedrooms are just out that door across the room, and they've got splits in their rooms, so some cool air comes out of that. My husband's very sensitive to temperature, so we don't cool the house, as much as I'd like, but this way I can sleep and have it be a little bit more cool. I still open the window in the middle of the night when the cats wake me up, and it works. It just works. And I feel better about it. I mean, it's not always the big changes. Like, I would love to repaint this room. I need to repaint the ceiling. Painting is really hard on me. I have some neck and shoulder injuries that make it just really hard. So just to repaint the bathroom is going to be a challenge. And they didn't have the colors that they had a few months ago. So the color that I want to paint it in here, it just might not be worth it. At some point, I might just repaint the ceiling and be done with it. And you take the small wins, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking the small wins and moving on. My son is officially done with high school. He's done all of his work. We're just waiting for his final grades, and those will be in a few weeks. I believe he's got 6 A's and 3 B's this year. All by himself. I did not help him at all. And he's cooking his own noodles every week now, cutting up his own cheese. He's a very repetitive eater. He's helping with vacuuming. He's helping with daily dishes. I mean, he's helping out a little bit more around the house. We're trying to get him involved. Next week, he's going to help my husband put up a fence for an elderly couple that we live near. So that's huge for him because physically that's going to be a lot. But we're just doing stuff. And there's a lot of downtime, and there's a lot of just figuring out meals and, cleaning. I'm going to do a pretty solid scrub of the floors this summer. And I would like to get into my yarn, but I'm just not into it right now. I've started, you can see up there, see the red bag? Oh, see the red bag up there? That's my crochet blanket project. And then here is my knitted project. We'll go back to me. I want to do a knitted blanket. I don't have a lot of yarn right now, and I don't have a lot of yarn that I like. So I was trying to do a gauge swatch for this blanket and figuring out with some of the yarns that I do have, what do they look like if you try to marl them? What does the basket stitch look like with the needle size and the yarns that I have? What does just a basic color change look like? What I can tell you is I can't just knit one big blanket. I would never finish it. There have been other things I have tried to knit that I've just, large shawls, kind of things. What I'm going to try to do is a large square and just do each color that I've got here in large squares and then combine them. Now I might combine them as I knit them, like make a square and then when I start the next square, start it off of that square. So not quite the 10 stitch blanket thing or the log cabin thing, but just squares that I knit together as I go. I'm not sure how that's going to work though with tension. I totally know how it works when you crochet, but because you can pick up along one side and keep going, but when you pick up along this side, I'm not as good at picking up unless it's for a sweater and getting the tension to be kind of even. So we're going to see how that goes. That's my plan. I don't know if I can do it. I've had so much difficulty with my neck and shoulders for the last month that I know that's a big part of why I haven't been doing anything. Funny thing, I have lipstick on today, but I've been wearing makeup the last few weeks of school. Not a lot. So I put on the sparkle boomstick on my eyelids, and then I dye my eyelashes about once a month. And you can see that they're very thin and sparse because I can't stand mascara. And then sometimes I use an eyebrow stick to do a little bit with my eyebrow, but I don't do today's eyebrow. And then I use a little bit of black eyeliner and then a little bit of dark brown, blackish brown shadow to set the liner. And that's all I do. But been doing that. And well, I guess we're done now for today. So that's how much that works. I will see you again next week, and maybe there'll be some progress.